as soon as it does that, I'm like, because you were like, it's already good. And I'm like, I'm going off of your energy. And I'm thinking, I was like, I think this might be the guy Spice World, because I feel like Spice World also just opens with, I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. And it's like, yeah, we're going to do fucking Spice Girls in a van the whole time. I thought you liked Spice World.
Oh, yeah. Spice World episode coming, definitely. The only problem is it's not streaming. Probably for music license reasons, but that's weird. I like for people to get to watch the movie when we cover it. But yeah, I'd love to talk about Spice World. A movie that when I saw it in theaters, I said, that's the funniest movie I've ever seen.
See, but wait, am I wrong? I haven't seen it in 30 years, and I feel like it comes out the gate, just like this movie was like, British! Let's get a double-decker bus!
Nope. I will tell you how that movie opens. It opens in a studio with them singing their ballad, Too Much of Something. It's just as just enough.
That's how... Got it.
Well, I think I feel about this movie the way you feel about Dirty Dancing or something. I'm just like...
That one does come out No, because it comes out with fucking narration voiceover. I'm just saying, I was trying to think of another movie that just starts this way. I mean, it starts in the way you think this movie's going to end. It's like, nope, we're doing closing time at the beginning of the concert and the end of the concert. Oh,
yes. Limp Bizkit is doing that with break stuff these days. They open and close their shows with it.
Faith is obviously the best fucking song. That is rude.
I think that I would have agreed with you until I
watched it in Y2K movie.
We saw the Kyle Mooney's movie Y2K, and then my Spotify algorithm is fucked because sometimes I listen to music I like, and a lot of times I just listen to new metal. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, is there an incognito mode I can go on? Anyway, I listened to most of Limp Bizkit's big hits, and I was like, no, Break Stuff is definitely the best song.
Yeah, I mean, Faith relies too much on Fred Durst like singing for real, which isn't great.
Yeah.
But the parts that are great are the best thing ever.
I think break your fucking face tonight. That's always going to be satisfying.
No, get the fuck up. That's the only best part. No, it is a pretty good lay where you know an orgasm's coming and you're like, this has been pretty enjoyable. Best orgasm ever! That's
what it was in my memory. Now, here's another thing about that movie Y2K is it has a whole crowd singing Faith. Although they do the George Michael version in that movie.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I've never heard him actually sing the chorus.
No, he sings the chorus in his song too.
No, he doesn't. He screams it. He doesn't sing it like George Michael in the studio
chorus.
version.
I'm sorry, the chorus.
But when I was in 6th grade at parties, the whole
party. You went to parties. I did. Say fucker birthday parties.
My private school. Well, yeah, they were birthday parties. No, we would also have.
We'd party with a bounce house and juice box.
Yeah. And the whole 6th grade, all 12 of us would all sing. I guess it would be nice if I could touch. Yes. Anyway.
Oh, right. Mortal Kombat.
This movie opens so confidently. The first 10 seconds are so confident. Just open the movie with that song. And it's so loud and just hitting you right away. I think techno music also just activates me in a way that I didn't realize.
I need to see Blade then. I want to see you activated.
I don't remember that having techno music.
Really? Is there not a whole techno death scene with blood?
That sounds right.
Yeah. I've never seen it.
It's very good. I've only seen it once.
All right.
I worked at a laser tag for 4 years, and so I heard Mortal Kombat and songs like this over and over and over again for 4 years. So
I went to raves, so I heard it a few times.
Then we cut to a temple or something with very intimidating Shang Tsung, the villain of the movie, and he's just destroying this poor little guy. And then he points directly into the camera and he says, "Your brother's soul is mine, and you will be next."
And he knows that it's real finally because he dreamt that, and then he gets we don't know. He doesn't get a phone call or anything. He just goes there and he's like, "So where'd my brother die?"
It is a strength of this movie that a lot of stuff is not explained.
Fine.
I don't want to get bogged down in all of
Let's not get bogged down.
Not you and I'm saying I don't want the movie to get so bogged down. But how did Liu Kang learn about this? That's not true. He then he's dreaming about this because he saw the telegram from his grandfather telling him that his brother died. He's in America. His whole family's back in China.
Know that.
And he just feels residual guilt. Let me say this. Shang Tsung played by Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa, and this performance is so much fun.
It is deliciously evil.
Yes, he understands the assignment perfectly.
Yes. That I need everyone to understand the assignment.
Yes. But he's a great physical performer, as we see in his fight scene at the end of the movie. But until then, he is great at being a sinister, mustache twirling villain.
Yes.
And he loves being evil.
That's delicious.
So then we get some glorious 90s scuzz when we go to this club in Hong Kong, and Sonya Blade.
Her fucking outfit, man. Why is she dressed like that? She looks like a little soldier, but it's like, you're freelance. You work for yourself. You don't have to pick this outfit. You look like a fucking mime busboy. I hate what she's wearing.
You know who disagrees with you? Steve Jobs.
Yeah, no, he doesn't wear the stupid hat. It's the fucking hat. I'm okay with the turtleneck.
She's special forces, and her partner Jax. They're just marching through a club, and I love.
She's a fucking private investigator, and she just like does research and stuff. But then her partner gets killed, and now she's like, "I need a Uzi. I'm a special force." She just looks like she's LARPing. She sucks at being special. I don't like her.
They're making their way through this mid 90s club
by hitting people.
At a certain point, they end up shooting a guy, and no one in the club notices because they're too busy dancing. I love it. But we see Kano talking to Shang Tsung, and he's like, "You gotta lure Sonya to the ship. Are you sure she'll follow me?"
You sure, mate? Right.
Oh, she'll follow you. And then, and again, this movie's just trucking along. It is hurtling through all of this. We meet Johnny Cage entering a warehouse or something. We don't know that this is a movie.
Right. And we're sure that, or do we know if he's doing his own fighting?
Okay.
He's good. Mm-hmm. He does his splits.
He's very good. Oh, he's very good.
So he wears his sunglasses twice. Okay. In my head, I'm like, okay, they really shoehorned those sunglasses in out of fucking nowhere. And then you showed me the little screenshot of the video games. Like, of course, this character's known for his sunglasses, and they forgot to use them. You're on a beach. You're on an island. You could have used them the whole time.
That's a good time to use your sunglasses.
Yeah.
So he's confronting all these well-dressed goons, and he's like, "Let's dance." And it's funny because you don't know you're watching a movie, and you're like, "This is a little too." Oh, it is a movie. He's an actor, and he tells one of the goons doesn't fall down, and he says, "This is where you fall down," and then the goon drops down. Now, as a kid, I didn't understand what just happened. I was like, "That's his catchphrase. This is where you fall down,"
right?
And that caused the guy to fall down.
I think it's good. I like it.
Then we zoom out. It's a movie shoot, and the director is dressed like Steven Spielberg.
Yes,
in fact, in the script, this was Steven Spielberg. And Steven Spielberg, who was a big video game dork, said, "I'd love to be in your movie." He's been in movies. He's in Austin Powers and Goldmember, remember? Mm-hmm. And but he couldn't appear because of a scheduling conflict.
Aww. But he's like, hey, but I allow you to use my likeness.
Yeah. Oh. And Johnny Cage is like, I'm fucking out of here. This is bullshit. These fucking goons keep blowing my takes. And the director's like, Johnny, you can't walk off the set. I'm going to be directing traffic.
I love the idea that there's a movie set and then a set of a movie set on the outside. And then if you zoom back one more, there's an actual camera guy, an actual movie set. Yes. I love that idea.
But then what if you zoomed out even further?
You'd be in the parking lot.
He goes to his chair, and in his chair is a man reading some tabloids. The tabloids say Johnny Cage is a fake.
And it's just him going like this.
That's his storyline.
His motivation. He's so fucking shallow. They think I'm not really doing this, and it's like, oh, well, you know what you could do. And this guy's fucking special powers. He's a shapeshifter. He only uses it 2 times. Let us just say. So he thinks it's some guy he knows saying, you know, there's this competition. You could really show everyone. Everyone would say how real it is. Everyone who's dead or part of some sort of outer world or who's on this island. These people don't have access to the local tabloids. He should just go on a crowded street in LA and start doing it.
Yeah. Well,
problem solved, Johnny.
Also, aren't you shooting a movie? He says, here's what you do. The boat leaves tomorrow at 4 p.m. out of Pier 40 in Hong Kong. He doesn't ask any more questions.
I'm sure there's only 40 piers in Hong Kong. Yeah. They don't have a fishing community. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 40th one I counted. There's some beautiful fucking places they go. That's real, right?
Yeah, most of the movie was shot in Thailand.
It's gorgeous.
In Thailand, some of the some wasn't filmed in California.
I feel like people aren't in awe of any of it at any point in the movie. It's like, oh, that's
no. They're like, give me a break.
Pointy. I guess they needed a change of scenery. It's like, you're so fucking cocky that this Outland or whatever it's called outside. What's it called? Outworld is shit. It's like, you just probably popped in at nighttime. Oh, it's dark here. But you did want some change of scenery.
No wonder
you
they want to come take over.
You just might be in a weird, maybe you're in like the fucking, Detroit of... Just kidding.
Yeah, and Raiden tells them, like, I'm going to transport you to the castle. It's on the outskirts of Outworld.
Exactly. So you're maybe in the outskirts at night.
You're in the Badlands.
It looks kind of similar to, like a ghost town.
I forgot to, Lacey, the 2021 movie ends right before the tournament starts. The whole movie is them getting to the tournament.
Shut the fuck up. Just because it's the Netflixification of thing, everything has to be a part 2.
And they're like, we need to find some more reinforcements. Where are we going to start? And then they just pan over to a poster that's of a movie starring Johnny Cage.
No,
and then the movie
he's not
ends.
even in it.
He's not even in it.
Oh
yeah.
my God. And these actors, who are these actors?
They're nobodies.
Ah, fucking idiots.
Dumbasses.
Ha! Way to not have your goals met. All right, so in my memory, I'm like, oh, look, he's already at the tournament. They just needed a bad dream to make him go. Anyway, I guess he went home. And there's a bunch of monks. It's a beautiful ruins and stuff. And he just walks up to the tallest monk. Luckily, they're in size order. And he says, is that where my brother died? It's like, I don't know. Does that shit look majestic as hell? Yes, your brother died there. I guess he was part of a monkery. And
yes, this is
a monkery.
The temple of some subtitles tell us this is the Temple of Light in China.
Oh, that's why Ray of Light, Raiden is the leader is over this particular group of fighters because he is the God of Light. Right?
Oh, he's the God of lightning and thunder, of course. Lightning. In this religion. What's this religion? Why it's they're supposed to be Chinese Shaolin monks. Now they named Liu Kang. Liu Kang is named after the famous star of kung fu movies, Gordon Liu, and they originally intended him in the games to be bald, to be dressed in monk's garb.
Okay,
but the actor who was doing the likeness for Liu Kang, because again, in the game it's photographs of actors. He said, "I'm not shaving my head," so instead they remodeled him to look more like Bruce Lee.
Yes,
and they decided his characteristic will be
coiffed hair.
Renegade monk, which is just a great phrase.
He grew out his hair.
I'm a renegade monk.
And I'm not quiet. I wear all my clothes.
He goes and talks to his grandfather. His grandfather's mad for him having abandoned the monkery.
He seems kind of chill.
Well, but he just makes some comments like, television has rotted his brain.
Well, he's here. He took the first fucking flight back over here as soon as he had a bad dream.
His grandfather's telling him about the tournament. And so they know about the tournament.
They've been training for it their whole lives. They all believe in this thing and celebrate this God, the God who's real, who's right here. This one that has lightning eyes and
Liu
you
Kang's
don't believe
it. Oh,
it.
you know that's not real.
He's right there with his lightning eyes. No one just has silver hair like that with that hat. Can't get away with that hat.
This kind of reminds me of the Matrix when... Before, Neo goes into the Matrix, but he knows the phrase the Matrix, and he meets up with Trinity, what is the Matrix? And I've always wanted to know, so wait, what do they think the Matrix is when they're just like hackers? And how do they even find out about it? Don't
blow my mind. I can't think of 2 fight movies at once.
What do they understand the tournament to be?
Okay, but at least there's some frame of reference for that. It's a tournament. That means you're going to fight, and if you win, you progress. Yeah,
so it's like Liu Kang's like, no, there is a tournament, but it's not going to decide the fate of the world. It's going to determine who gets a medal. I think that's the tension here. But his grandfather's like, no, our whole religion is based around this being the savior of the world. So he gives a speech. He's like, Liu Kang has been selected to represent us in the tournament. He is the chosen one. And
Renegade.
I like how vague this movie can be, but I also am a little annoyed. Like, can we get one sentence of explanation of what that means?
He's
the chosen one. Like, okay.
Raiden chose him?
So he's
Raiden knows him. Which one?
Raiden knows him. He wants to go to the tournament because he knows that the man who killed his brother will be there and he can fight him in the tournament.
He's not ready, Matt.
But the elders reject this reason. No, you fight for mankind, not for yourself or something like that. And then a mysterious...
Well, then why are you sending me a telegram about mankind, Grandpa? You're sending me a telegram about my brother.
Yeah, we're concerned about earthly matters, or aren't we?
He's been sending him telegrams for weeks. All of mankind probably gonna die. Love, Grandpa.
So we hear this.
He probably killed his fucking brother.
Yeah, again, they know Shang Tsung killed him because how? I don't know. Don't worry about it.
He stepped on his back. He fucking broke his spine.
So a mysterious voice off screen leads to,
hey, so you came back, you long-haired freak.
this incredible movie star hero reveal for Christopher Lambert. I mean, it's like it's revealing.
They laid him bare.
It is like how they reveal Indiana Jones. It's like pan up and then the hat comes up. Oh, it's a white guy.
Yes, and what I say is, what the fuck? Fuck is this? This better be the most decrepit, weird, old Asian man. It's a fucking elf from Lord of the Rings. What is happening?
All the Shaolin monks start bowing down, and Liu Kang's angry. He's like, Raiden, come on, grandfather,
this fucking guy. But he's at least replying to him the way I'm like, yeah, what this fucking guy?
He says, this isn't your god of thunder and lightning. He's just a beggar.
Beggar? Have they been feeding him?
Bear a nickel. Help a veteran. He says, oh, don't tell me you're afraid of a simple beggar. And then Liu Kang like charges at him, but then Raiden just casually flips him over. And then his eyes sparkle with lightning.
He's like, it is maybe. I'm still not convinced.
So Liu Kang is like, if you're so great, why did you let Chan die? Why didn't you protect him? Why didn't you?
Just not answering the question, my guy. You're the one that's the fucking god of thunder and light, or that's Thor. I thought, but
this is like the message at the end of the movie is like, if somebody dies, it's their fault.
Yes, we're all responsible for our mortalness.
I mean, it is. Yeah, it's a libertarian movie.
Yes.
Robert Nozick, I think, did a pass on the screenplay, but that's okay. So Liu Kang then marches grumpily off, and Raiden watches him.
I want to go to the fucking
grandfather
pier.
Kang is like, that boy is our last hope, and Raiden or something, and that's from Star Wars. He's like,
I like him.
Raiden says, like, unfortunately, there's no one else. So they just have to do with Liu Kang, flawed as he is.
Well, I mean, but how pissed is Liu Kang if he finds out, like, hey, the tournament's not here. It's in L.A. Go back where you just came. He's going to be jet lagged as fuck.
That's true. I guess, no, because he wasn't told to go to Pier 40 in Hong Kong. Also,
Pier 1, and he got a great living room set.
Also, we assume, Hong Kong, China, they're right next to each other. This could be all the way on the other side of China for all we know.
He's got to be tired. He's got to fight.
They go to Pier 40 in Hong Kong.
And you know it's the right pier because of the double dragon boat.
Mm-hmm.
The rest just a bunch of schooners. Anyway, Johnny Cage is just confidently walking with one bag, but then he ends up having 20. Then he never changes his clothes the entire time he's on the island. So it's all very confusing to me. But anyway.
Well, eventually he just drops his luggage
down
the giant stair. Okay.
He might have paid people. But he sees a guy that he recognizes as a fighter, because I guess he's a real fighter guy. So he knows other fighters. His name is Art something.
Art Lean.
Art Lean. You look like a fighter. You're great. I saw you fight. In what? In a movie? And what were you talking about? I just saw it. You were on the street. I just saw it.
In a fight.
Anyway, but then he turns and sees an Asian person. It's like, you're in a martial arts competition, right? But you turn and you see an Asian man. You're like, take my bags and here's some money. You work at Pier 40, right? This is your pier. Yeah,
so Liu Kang has the appropriate reaction to
Wait,
him.
it's funny, yeah.
He happily takes his money, picks up his luggage, and then throws it in the water, and then looks back at him and just has the most mean-spirited grin. It's so good. It's so funny.
It's so funny. And we're just meeting the gang. We got cocky Johnny. We got I don't want to be here, Lou. We've got Art, who disappears immediately, and then we have pissed off Sonya, and they're all like, I'm not, but Sonya's still hunting down half a face guy, so she's just Kano. So she just followed him here, and she thinks he's on the boat, so she's like, piss off, gentlemen. I'm following him very so stealth. I'm being so stealth right now with my freaking machine gun and my stupid hat.
Yeah, she's like somewhere in the distance scoping it out, and Kano knows that. So Kano
she's like behind
gets on the boat
barrel,
and she's like, "Oh shit, I gotta get Kano!" And then the boat takes off. The boat is like way away from the pier, and she's running after it. Now we don't.
Did you watch the movie again?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see her run? Pull up a clip right now of her running.
I guess I can't verify. I can't
need
remember
you
if she's,
to. It is worth
she's
it.
leisurely.
No, it's worse than the running in the craft. It's worse.
The boat is pulling away. It's like 20 feet out to sea. We don't see her like jumping into the water or swimming or whatever. We then just cut on the boat. And she's on the boat now.
Okay, great. Now they're on the boat. Now they're all going to this thing, and most of them don't want to go, and half of them don't understand what it is. And there's a fucking ton of people that are going to fight, and we get to know none of them. And they all wear the same outfit, so you know they're not important.
Yeah. But, economy of storytelling. We get it. Our three heroes are together at last, and we know these are the ones we need to keep our eye on. The production design
I'm a little confused about Arlene, but all right.
They do set up Arlene like he's going to be a big fucking deal.
And then they have their witty little exchange, him and Lou, and then Art's just fucking gone.
Yeah.
You made a friend. Why? What, you got a lot of people on that boat? You don't.
But the production design of the boat is so great.
It looks metal.
It looks like Pirates of the Caribbean, the ride, but in a good way. Mm-hmm. And so our three heroes, they reluctantly team up. And then we meet Shang Tsung.
Yes, like they're really revealing these guys that they're going to fight early. It's strange. It's just like, hey, welcome to this feast. It's time. They're on the island now, right?
No, they're still on the boat. They're just walking around the boat. They're like, I gotta find Kano or something. No, I gotta find Shang Tsung. He killed my brother. You're not gonna find him. I'm gonna find him. And then Shang Tsung is like, oh, yes, the three guys are here. Welcome to my boat. And now you'll meet Scorpion and Sub-Zero, eternal warriors, but now under command as my slaves.
Which they don't explain.
They're about to attack the heroes. Sub-Zero freezes Sonya's gun. Scorpion's CGI thing comes out of his hand, but then Raiden teleports into the room. And he's like, your sideshow freaks attacked my fighters. That is expressly forbidden before the tournament.
Also, okay, so mortal just means you can die. Doesn't mean you're not also someone with magical powers then?
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't realize that. I was like, what are all these non-mortals fighting? This is a Mortal Kombat. Like, oh, they can die. So
right. Well, they are mortals.
Yeah, no, now I understand. I just had a dumb thought of it in my head while we're watching. Like, they're breaking rules. That guy's not normal.
What tournament, Sonya Blaine asks. You've been chosen, Sonya, much to my delight. Shang Tsung, a horny bad guy, also adds another good layer of.
I've got just the dress for you, and I'm gonna blow out that hair, girl.
So here's the thing that's going on: is we got Raiden explains we live in a universe where you've got Earth. You know how you think of Earth as a planet? Well, it's also a realm. Oh, of course, a realm. And then there's also Outworld, which is a different realm.
And
Outworld wants to take over Earth, but to do that, here's the thing. It needs to have a 10-game winning streak in the tournament.
But then there's also Subterranean World, right? Where the guy with four hands
there's all
comes
kinds
from.
of other realms,
That guy came up. All right.
And they've won 9 tournaments in a row.
Where were these tournaments?
If they win the next one, it's all over.
I'm sorry. If Lou is the chosen one, why didn't he just do the first one? And also,
these things work on cosmic timescales. It was probably 1,000 years earlier.
Got you. I understand now.
So,
I mean, they set up these characters to look like no human, regular, non-magical person could fight them. So I'm thinking, oh, they won't have to fight those guys. They're going to fight all these other men on the boat. Mortals. I was wrong.
But I love that every time Raiden or Shang Tsung is like, yeah, the universe, your planet might get conquered. They're not like, wait, what? They just accept it. It's nice.
Yeah. I mean, if you got this boat, yeah.
Raiden has looked into all 3 of their souls and he's decided, I don't know which of you, but one of you is going to decide the fate of the tournament.
Your souls are murky.
The fate of billions will depend upon you.
Sorry.
But he doesn't think Liu Kang is ready to win the tournament because all Liu Kang cares about is vengeance.
Dead brother. What a baby.
So they arrive at the island.
Sails on that boat. How they got anywhere at all, I don't know. It's like a crazy old lady in Kansas's like yard art. It looks like it just catches wind every fucking direction.
This boat must
look
exist,
at those sails. They catch every wind.
Yeah, that's why it takes so long.
I don't think you understood my Kansas joke, but it's fine.
Are you talking about Aunt Meg's things?
Stuff.
Yes, I did understand it. After thinking about it. Yes, I got it, love. Good job. They arrive at the island, and the rules of physics don't seem to apply. Sonia's phone doesn't work anymore, and her compass is scrambled.
And Lou knows that she's wearing a compass under her watch.
Check your compass. She's like, wow, it's going all kinds of directions. And Johnny Cage is like, what's going on? And Liu Kang says, I don't know, but what if all the legends were true? And then he walks off, and Johnny Cage says, what legends?
Right, yes. I do appreciate that they each at one point or another stand in for the audience of like, what are you talking about? Also, Sonia, when you get up to a majestic, magical island and your first fucking thing is that you litter it, that phone's going to last for eternity. Just put the phone in your bag. It might work when you get back off of this islandness.
Just ugly Americans. Doesn't matter where they go.
I think she owns the place, and her legs are weird. They don't touch.
So you said that. What does that mean?
They don't touch. There's just a gap right between them.
Are legs supposed to touch? Is that a beauty standard?
All of our legs touch, Matt. I'm saying humans, their thighs touch. Children have legs that don't touch. She's just like stick, vagina, stick.
I get it. Is kind of weird.
It is strange.
All right. I don't want to know these things. You point them out to me and then I can't unsee them.
I can't wait for you to see
I didn't know about earlobes until you pointed them out to me, and now it's all I see.
Lobes.
No, it sucks to be you. You smell things. People's faces look weird. It's hell.
I have thoughts, and I'm going to tell you about it later off air. We're on the air right now.
We pass by Princess Katana. She's just sitting under an umbrella observing. And Shang Tsung says,
10,000 years old.
Princess Katana, our most dangerous adversary. And Shang Tsung gives a speech. There's this great banquet, and he's hyping up Goro, and he's like, just wait till you see fucking Goro. But now let's get a preview of coming attractions.
I'm going to flip the tables, the meal that I cooked and then gave you all. You're not done eating, and we could just scoot these to the side. We have people with muscles. They just flip that table.
Flip it over. So a fighter comes out to face Sub-Zero, and this fighter, he does a really impressive display, and Sub-Zero's like, whatever, freeze. And Shang Tsung announces flawless victory, because that's what they say in the game. So they're incorporating stuff from the game into the movie.
They even do, you know how when you don't know what you're doing, you just kick.
Yeah.
And punch. There's 2 different times in the movie where they incorporate that into the movie, where you're like, that is a weird sequence. And then I'm like, oh, because people just spam the button. There's 2 times. It's Liu Kang both times.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was on purpose, but that's what it read to me.
Liu Kang, he's like, I'm going after Shang Tsung. He went that way, so I'm going to follow him. And then Johnny Cage and Sonya are like, I'm going too because I got my own reasons. What are your reasons? It doesn't matter.
We're best friends. Okay, I hope you never die.
And Sonya's like, but no, I don't want you to come because I work alone.
But I was already walking this way.
She wants to get to the bottom of what's going on. She saw, there's sort of an abandoned thread early in the movie where they're like, hey, we just saw like a lightning guy and a freeze guy and a snake guy. And Sonya's like, it's all parlor tricks. And she just saw a guy get frozen and she's like, I want to figure out what's going on. But then they abandoned this idea that she's got to get to the bottom. She's Dana Scully of Mortal Kombat. So they go to this other hall where Kano is eating a most grand feast of bird meat. Now, I still think of this whenever I eat a rotisserie chicken. Just beautiful leg.
You should stick a stick in the rotisserie chickens we get. It's about the right size. Just the whole chicken on a stick. That would get you. Have you ever had a turkey leg at the Renaissance Festival? You've never been to the Renaissance. You think
no, but they have them at Disney World, but I've never had one.
Well, but you think you want one, and then you're like, that's just a lot of turkey.
I have heard people say that you think you want it until you start eating it. I'm like, what am I doing with this?
It's just a lot.
But you know what I think when I hear that? Watch me. Watch me, yeah.
Mm.
So across the hall is Goro, a wonderful looking puppet.
He is.
Thank you. And Kano is like, Shang Tsung, I say. And Goro gets mad because he really admires Shang Tsung.
I like him. He's my master. I won his contest. Don't be mean. Is that how he sounds?
Don't be mean.
Hulk smash.
So Shang Tsung then comes into the room and Kano's like, when am I going to get paid? When am I going to get paid? And Shang Tsung's like, after you fight with Sonya.
Well, you just I had to fight. You didn't?
Don't harm her. There's plans. We got plans in motion.
But all the plan just seems to be he's got an outfit.
Yeah.
He just wants to bone. It's like you could have sex with lots of people. Do they all need to know how to fight though? It's a sex fight.
I don't even know if his plan is he wants to dress her up. It's like I need her to lure him to lure someone else.
I don't think so.
Shang Tsung warns Goro, the descendant of Kung Lao, Liu Kang, is in attendance at the tournament. You got to be really careful, especially if he joins forces with Princess Kitana, the Emperor's adopted daughter.
This exposition is most helpful.
And the three heroes are watching all of this from the side. They're like 10 feet away.
From like a perfect little perch. Like it looks like the box prestige seating at a theater.
Yeah. And Johnny Cage says to Liu Kang, "What's so special about you?"
I like that his answer is, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, my fists are registered weapons.
They try getting out of this temple or whatever, but they get lost. But then they see Princess Kitana.
Candles.
She has a torch and she's attempting to lead them out, but it doesn't work. So they're following Princess Kitana, and Johnny Cage is like, "Why are you following her? You want to go on a date with her or something?" And he's like, "I think she's trying to help us." "Will you forget about her? She's 10,000 years old." And Liu Kang says, "So what?" But then he gets attacked by Reptile, who then
That
escapes.
is the most out of pocket thing in this movie. Is that even a thing in the Mortal Kombat game? This random reptile?
Well, of course, Reptile is a fighter. He looks just like Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I don't think they have the backstory that he can turn into a real lizard.
It's his only power. So, I mean, if it isn't what he does, then I don't see how he's special at all. Sub-Zero is obvious. The other guy with the thingy is obvious.
He can like spit venom or something.
Can he?
Yeah.
He
so
doesn't
in the first game, he is a hidden character, so it was always exciting.
Oh, wait. Okay, because he's hot. I mean, in this movie, the gecko can hide.
They're trying to get out of the temple, back to the other temple, but they keep going around in circles and they end up back where they started. But now this banquet hall is empty, and then all these thugs come out and techno music starts. And our three heroes are like, "It's time to fight." So they fight them and they easily dispatch them. This is the first time we get to see our three heroes in action. And it's very well filmed. Mm-hmm. And Robin Shou is great. And Linden Ashby is very good. And Bridgette Wilson's obviously the one you have to cut around.
Yes. It's rough. But then it's over. So that's good.
And then it's over. And then the scene's over and we go to another scene.
Okay. But we get to see sneaky little Raiden.
Yeah.
He just appears on a perch and because more fighters are coming and he's wait, those fighters aren't permitted to come kick these people's ass, but that other group was.
I don't.
What is happening?
Nothing. No.
Save it for the island.
So they leave this and Raiden's like, "I'm going to give more information to you now." Okay. Shang Tsung is a past champion, and this is going to kill my voice. Shang Tsung is a past champion, and he might fight in the tournament, and he can fight whoever he chooses. Also, he's more dangerous even than Goro.
In a setting of his choice. It's like, okay, because we're going to need that final setting, or we're going to complete the set.
"I choose airport hangar.
I choose my house and my bedroom." And then he runs and he's like in another dimension and he's like, "Damn it."
That's the thing that happens in the new movie. The final fights, there's several that happen simultaneously. And it's like, they can happen wherever we want. One of them happens in my house. Another one happens in a boxing ring.
Then why did we come to the island?
So, yeah, he's even more dangerous than Goro. How can that be? And I think that's a good, neat little echo of the game where you're like, well, nobody could be tougher than Goro. No, just wait till you fight Shang Tsung. But he's just a guy. Or
is he?
The tournament begins.
And you start, and they're in just like an area on the beach that's mapped out for a fight with people observing it. And you're like, this makes sense. This sure does look like a tournament. So we get to really see Liu Kang do his thing. Ooh. And you got Sonya on the beach there, and you got someone else. I don't know. There's people watching, but for some reason, fucking Johnny Cage is not there, but we'll figure that out later.
This is the section of the movie where it's the most video gamey. It's just fight after fight after fight.
Fight. Yes. And it just gets boring because you know that every time they move to a new place, they're going to shoehorn in some dialogue and they're trying to build some kind of storytelling. But it's like, but then they just immediately go to another fight scene and it's like, just do one or the other. You're not doing either one of them particularly well. I mean, the fight scenes they're good.
They're all good. Even the Sonya Kano fight. And Kano is the actor who plays Kano is Trevor Goddard. He is so much fun. He also understands the assignment.
Yes.
Just be the biggest slime ball. But sound like this. Oh, Sonya. I do like
Sonya's cut off shorts here. I like her fight scene fine. It was much better than I thought it would be. the bewildering forest fight that seems like a dream and not real, but then the guy does a cartwheel like well, Johnny Cage is like, did that really fucking happen? What the hell? And then he's looking back in the trees and all of a sudden you see Scorpion go, weird.
Cartwheels in.
It's like that man had one move and they needed it to be special.
Watch me. No, this guy's really good.
Is
They get transported into this hell world of wooden planks. And I think it's probably the best individual fight sequence in the movie. Just these two actors are very, very impressive. And when, you face one of the ninja guys with the mask, you can just get a legit martial artist and Johnny, Linden Ashby said the guy who plays Scorpion is his actual martial arts teacher. So
yes, he's good. Yes. And they do fun flips and they get up on top of things for reasons. And
the new metal on the soundtrack is going nuts. But again, there's something kind of unsatisfying about just watching video game levels.
Yeah.
But Johnny Cage beats him with a saw shield, and then Scorpion turns into a skeleton. Oh, and then, how does Johnny get out of this hell world? So I typed in, how does Johnny Cage, and Google autofilled, get out of the weird lair?
Well, yeah, because he jumps into his hole on accident by doing a flying kick. So that was but then you kill the guy and now he can't make his little wormhole. So
the explanation I saw was, Scorpion created this layer, so once he dies, it goes away, and you just go back to the forest.
It didn't. Okay, they're all winning their fights appropriately. Then a very half-hearted fight with Princess Katana happens, where this is when she decides to talk to him about how she's going to help him.
And this is a fight where it's not to the death.
Well, because that's why the main guy gets upset because she's not doing it right. One of you has to die. You're not doing it right. And she, I don't know, Princess Katana for some reason has to participate in this. I don't even know why. Yeah. She's royalty. And I guess she doesn't have to participate in it because she's just like, fuck you. And she walks off after she gives the fucking Liu Kang a riddle during the fight of, in your next fight, use the source of life.
Use the element which brings life.
It's like, what? I'm staring at your tits right now. I can't.
Sperm?
What? Right. And, is that element?
Egg?
Is that on the chart?
I choose egg.
Right. Well, okay. So he's supposed to remember that. And then during the actual fight, she's just like, use the element it's the bucket.
No,
Kang.
that's
it's
him remembering her saying
bucket.
That.
Okay.
Because we immediately, in my memory, his fight with Sub-Zero is like much later in the movie and it's like a callback. But no, it's the next scene.
She said it's the next fight.
To win your next fight. So it's now him fighting against Sub-Zero. How's he going to defeat Sub-Zero?
Apparently, what you can't do if you can freeze things is deal with water.
Yeah.
Seems like that's the only thing you need, but all right.
Because he's kind of struggling against Sub-Zero, but then he looks to his right and sees Katana and she nods at him and in the voiceover. Use the element which brings light. He's like, the element that brings light. Life. Use the element which brings life. Huh. Water. And there's
the only other thing on the stage.
Big old bucket of water right there.
Does bucket bring life?
I love the way he twirls this bucket around.
I do. I would have just picked it up and gone, but he was like, yeah. You can't help but use martial arts.
And so what happens is the water in mass hurtles towards Sub-Zero, then freezes and forms into the shape of a giant spear and spears him, kills him good.
Kills him with his own batard.
So, of course, now Liu Kang is learning. He's learning that you need to
work with others.
Yes, there you go. That's what you need.
That you have to earn buckets to get off the island.
Truly, you could have added 2 minutes to this movie and make the hero's journey of Liu Kang and specifically
just more rewarding.
Just have a little more depth to it.
Yeah.
Because I like that he starts off, he's doing the classic refusal of the call and he's just being an asshole. And then that kind of goes away.
Renegade monk. He just shaves his head at the end. I am actual monk. Stops talking to everyone.
So Shang Tsung, he's a little unhappy with how well the heroes are doing. So he goes to Goro and says, it's time. And we get a very long montage of Goro just dropping people onto rocks.
Is that who was doing it?
Yes.
Because they cut to Art Lean and it's like, is it him? Edited. Is it? And I feel like gratified whenever Johnny Cage's move is like just punches him in the dick, because every scene where Goro's in it, all I can see is it looks like he's got his dick out, because it's just a weird belt that they have on him, and it's in a place where it's like that's right on top of his dick. It's not in the belt spot. So it just looks like this golden dick sticking out of this crazy looking thing. So I'm like, okay, I wasn't the only one distracted by this.
No.
Clearly Johnny Cage needed to call some attention to it.
All of this is building up to our best friend in the world, Art Lean. He's going up against Goro.
We haven't seen him since the pier, and we hope he's okay.
All of the island is there, and they're all cheering their friend Art on, and you hear Sonya say, "Use the kick."
Kick. B, 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 A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B.
But Goro very easily defeats Art, and then Shang Tsung takes his soul. And afterwards, the heroes are talking to Raiden, and he's like, listen, I know it seems like you'll never be able to win. You'll never be able to beat Goro, but you totally can. You have everything you need. All you need is to not like have fear or something. And Johnny Cage is like, okay, this means I need to challenge Goro because I'm afraid of Goro. Therefore, I must confront Goro. And then we have the scene with Johnny and Sonya on the beach in the sun, in the sunset. She's like, you can't do it. He's like, but I gotta
because I can't let them do that to you. And she's just like,
I can't lose you. So Johnny goes up to Shang Tsung and he's like, I want to challenge Goro. And Shang Tsung's like, I don't know about that. He's like, you gotta let me.
I really wanna. I already said it.
Says, well, if you do, then here's what I want in exchange. I then have the right to enter the tournament.
I call bullshit on this because it's like, wait, I'm saying I want to fight your guy. I want to fight your big guy. Let me fight your big guy. You want to watch me fight him, right? He's going to kill all of us anyway. I would like to go next. Okay, fine. I'll let you die. But in exchange, it's like, wait, this is your tournament. You can just pick. You can fight whenever you want, and you can pick the place. No one is stopping you from doing that.
Yeah, we'd even been told earlier.
What are you talking
as
about?
The previous winner, he has the right to.
Like, we know. You didn't have to ask this in exchange for Johnny offering to die next.
They shake hands, and then Raiden drops in. He's like, Johnny, no! But a deal is a deal. But then when Johnny and Shang Tsung walk away, Christopher Lambert like winks at the camera, and he's like, it's all going according to my plan. So, sorry. The fight with Goro, I love it. And
I like it too.
I've seen this movie a million times. I'm 37 years old and now actually realized what's actually going on here. So, and the script could have done a little better job making Johnny Cage more of a character. So you can see, you kind of have to fill in the blanks. So in his head, he's seen all these people go up against Goro and lose, being martial artists. And Johnny Cage is like, everybody thinks I'm just a Hollywood phony, but I'm a real martial artist. I know how I'll beat Goro by being a movie star. Because he goes in with his sunglasses. Yeah. Goro takes his sunglasses from him, crushes him.
Rude.
They start the fight. Johnny says a cool movie star line. He's like, let's dance. And then immediately does a split down and punches Goro in his giant balls. Yeah.
And his puppet dick.
So it's like, no, I can't beat him by being a badass martial artist. Right. I have to use Hollywood magic. So, which means kick him in the dick. So he runs off to the edge of the cliff. And
everyone's going by the book. Everyone's a trained martial artist, and they're doing above the belt stuff. Not me.
Yeah.
Right in the dick.
So he runs to the edge of the cliff, and Goro chases him. And Johnny says, those were $500 sunglasses, asshole. And when I saw the word asshole as a kid, I was like, oh my God. What's happening to me?
That's where we poop from.
Yeah, and he says it to him like he's a goddamn movie star. And like, why wasn't Linden Ashby in every movie after this?
They've really built up this Goro fight for the whole movie. Like, oh God, this is going to be so hard. And then when I see he just runs to a edge of a rock thing and then hides, I'm like, oh my God, I would love it if he just runs straight off. So they almost do that. I mean, it's still a pretty easy victory, but I just wish he would just like,
he just like kicks him a little bit.
And then Goro
is dangling off the side, and Johnny says, this is where you fall down.
He could have just let the guy run all the way off just immediately and then went, good job falling down. Yeah. And that'd been fine. That'd have been a good old callback. But it's satisfying.
It is very impressive what they're able to do with the puppet. Obviously, this puppet can't actually move that much. So how do you even have a fight sequence with him? You can't. The CGI Goro in 2021 looks fucking horrendous. Yeah. So bad. Like, badly designed. No weight whatsoever. This is a real object interacting with a real person. So Shang Tsung is like, no, Goro, oh my God. So he gets mad and he kidnaps Sonya and whisks her away to Outworld. He's like, I'm invoking my right because you made a deal with me. I challenge Sonya Blade at the place of my choosing, and I choose Outworld.
Who put that outfit? Who dressed her? Who took her clothes off and then put clothes on her?
He did. What do you mean?
She was sexually assaulted. in a children's movie.
He's not a good guy.
He's not. Now they get to the piece of shit Outworld.
Wait, hold on. You're going too fast.
Oh, it says Outworld, so I just thought.
Raiden is with Johnny Cage and Liu Kang, and he's like, there's that portal. That portal will take you to Outworld, but I can't follow you. I'm not allowed there or something. But guys, even though it seems like Johnny Cage is the one who just did the big significant character growth and beat the big bad, Liu Kang, you're the chosen one. I have nothing more to teach you. You know all that you need. Now go. And so they jump through the portal, and it's just like a Hollywood backlot of torches and statues. But the statues are toppled over rather than being upright.
That's just a piece of shit area. Just a terrible outward world here in the Badlands of it.
It's like an evolution when they find the lab covered in all the alien growth, and Orlando Jones is like, it looks like my apartment in college.
Yeah. Okay. You're saying something underwhelming, and I don't know.
And I think Johnny Cage is like, this place sucks, you know? All these, it's gross, and all these people want to beat me up. It's like high school all over.
Okay, all right. Johnny Cage, calm down.
They move toward the tower, but they are confronted by Reptile. And Reptile is the worst CGI creation in the movie. But then it inhabits a skeleton and turns into a human. And so the Reptile v. Liu Kang fight begins. I think it would be more interesting if Johnny Cage also participated.
Yes.
But instead he just gets left like in the hall and they go have their fight. Just because narratively, like you're building to Liu Kang versus Shang Tsung 1-on-1, but Liu Kang beats Reptile here, and it's like, I don't know, it'd be cool if he had to team up with Johnny Cage, meaning at the end, it's like, it's scary that he has to go up by himself.
Right.
But Liu Kang, I mean, the movie is building like the video game builds, except that Goro is the second to last boss. Reptile is like the third to last boss, then Goro, then Shang Tsung. But this is another great fight with Robin Shou, and you can just have a legit fighter be the guy in the ninja suit. Liu Kang defeats him with a bicycle kick. That's where you go in the air and you go like, do, 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 do.
That's not real though, right? You can't actually go in the air and kick someone that much. You'd fall backward the first kick. That's not how motion works.
Turn to Google. Can you really do a bicycle kick?
Did you make up the word for it? Did you make it up?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Do, 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 do,
do. I see it. I see the vision.
I didn't make it up. Do, 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 do. So what happens next?
It's the big time, baby. We see Sonya, and she's been put in a very dated outfit. She looks like Xena Warrior Princess, and they teased her hair, and he tied her up, and her friends are gonna come get her. Well, you see a whole bunch of people in robes, and you can't see their faces. It's like, how would you smuggle my friends in here? This is perfect.
But I gotta have my druid priest.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
They run it. Liu Kang and Johnny Cage are making their way to the tower, and they run into Katana. Oh, you seem to always be near us. And she's like, yeah. Let's go to the tower. Here's the thing.
I don't remember Katana.
She's not. She's very forgettable. She explains. You know how it looks like shit right now? Well, it used to be beautiful.
Right.
Earthrealm will look like this if Outworld wins the tournament, so you can't let that happen. Also, my dad used to be the rightful ruler of Outworld, but then the Emperor. They keep talking about the Emperor.
Yeah, bro, they never show him, right? And at the end of the movie, he's this big hologram in the sky, and it's like, I'll bet that's like the fucking Wizard of Oz, but he's this big, and that's just a big fucking projection of him.
It is kind of Star Wars in that the first movie, you're like, well, Darth Vader, no one could be more scarier than him. But you're like, no, Darth Vader works for the Emperor.
There's a blob in the sky you haven't seen. Oh.
They get to the tower. Sonya is in her slave Leia attire. The druid priests come in, but three of them are the heroes. What?
My friends, my best friends. And Sonya says that, not Sonya, Katana says you'll have to face your worst fear, your worst enemy, yourself. She says three things.
You got to face the three challenges. Number one, druid priest.
Spiky swords.
Number two, spikes. Number three, yourself.
Which you're like, it's gonna be his brother. His brother's his self. Okay.
Number two,
His worst fear being, I killed it's my fault that my brother died. No, it's not. He was responsible for his mortality. And then
you got it. That's what happens.
You finally figured it. And that's it. Fights off. He learned his lesson, everybody.
Shang Tsung sees them and he's like, tells his minions, he's like, kill them. But Katana's like, no. There's rules, I think.
Why does he keep breaking them?
because he does things his own way.
He's sneaky.
And Shang Tsung says, fine, I challenge Johnny Cage. And then Liu Kang steps in and says, no, you're going to fight me.
What are the rules?
I am Liu Kang, descendant of Kung Lao. I challenge you to Mortal Kombat. Do you accept or yield?
How does he know all the rules all of a sudden?
And it is a good fight. And Shang Tsung has been built up all movie. Just like the video game, it satisfies why you should be scared of him. And the fight, it tells a good story because in the fight, Liu Kang immediately shows Shang Tsung I'm a better fighter than you thought I was.
Shang Tsung is just not used to getting hit. So when he is hit, it bothers him much more than these fighters who are used to actual combat.
So he's like, okay, well, I got to use trickery. So he summons his warriors
like 20
from hell.
guys. Like, fucking, he's been sucking souls for years, but he just brings like 20 guys.
Yeah, but Liu Kang beats all of them pretty easily.
Yeah, because they only come at him one at a time. It's real nice.
So Liu Kang chases down Shang Tsung, and Shang Tsung turns into his brother Chan, and Chan is like, I forgive you for letting me die. And Liu's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I never said I let you die. I said I feel some guilt, but you're not my brother after all. Everyone's responsible for themselves. The chaotic universe, Hobbesian, nasty, brutish, thuggish, short. Then he turns back into Shang Tsung. He's like, oh, fucking your soul is mine. They start fighting some more.
Gimme.
And this is the stage in the fight, like when Neo realizes he can beat Agent Smith, and now he just casually starts putting up one hand. This is the stage when the hero realizes, I've conquered the enemy.
And I've got his magical powers, it seems like, because he does a little ooh at the end.
That's what he does. But first he says, it's over, buddy. Surrender. Just go ahead. It's okay.
Right.
And Shang Tsung's like, no, I refuse. So Liu Kang does his fireball.
Ooh.
And that's cool because that's like the main thing Liu Kang does in the video game. So you're watching the movie thinking, when's he going to do a fireball? And he does it.
He's the one. He's the one with the fireball.
And Shang Tsung falls down onto a
fireball. Isn't that a shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then all the souls come out of Shang Tsung's body. Thank you, Liu Kang.
And his brother goes, bye. I'll be watching you.
I'll see you soon.
Wait, how soon? I don't know. And then they all come walking out, like just looking kind of normal, just buddies, hugging, real, like we did it. And then the fucking gargoyle in the sky pops up and goes, what about me?
They all reunite at the Temple of Light in China, like for some reason.
What?
Yeah, because the next Raiden is waiting for them there. Like, you couldn't have been waiting for them on the island, but this is where they are. It's like, you guys.
Why didn't Sonya change her clothes? I mean, why didn't Princess Katana put on something normal then?
Because she's not of Earthrealm. She's of Outworld. She doesn't know what to dress in. And Sonya couldn't have helped her.
I'm sorry.
And he like puts his arms around her and he's like, you guys are my best friends. And they're all very happy. And then immediately the scar darkens. And CGI Emperor. Who is that? The Emperor. They don't say Shao Kahn, of course, is
Shao
the
Kahn.
Emperor.
And they're not like, come on, we just wanted to have margaritas and chill. And they're both just go to get in their fight stance.
Pathetic fools, I've come for your souls.
Well, I'm going to fight you, Cloud Daddy. Like, where they
Raiden then says his catchphrase, I don't think so. And his eyes do lightning. And then they all strike fighting pose, and that's the end of the movie. That's the movie.
I like that it doesn't go any further than that.
Yes, this is the movie orgasming on your face.
Like, okay.
Yeah. It knows what it's.
You gotta have fun. There it goes.